What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here to bring you an NFL trade prediction video on wide receiver Davante Adams. I believe he'll be traded to the Washington Commanders by the NFL trade deadline. Let's get into it, guys. I hate to come in and say I told you guys so, but I told you so. For my longtime listeners, for the Raiders fans, years on years now, I've been saying for 2 years since Derek Carr left that Davante Adams will be gone by 2024. I have videos on it. I have community posts on it. I have Twitter /X posts as well. And Raiders fans have been beating me down. You know what you're talking about, especially when they hire Antonio Pierce, which I was against, and I still am. Pierce, great linebacker or good linebacker back in his day. I just don't love him as a head coach. As a non-Raiders fan, I've been saying that for a while. Last year, I said he shouldn't get the job full time. He's not ready. He's not a head coach material, not yet, at least. And I think it's showing right now with that IG post stuff, calling the team out so aggressively. I get the post. I get you're a former player, but that's not how the head coaching stuff works. So there is a real possibility. There is a real chance that Pierce can be a one and done head coach for this Raiders team. But we'll see. That's another discussion for another day. But as far as Davante Adams go, this was written on the wall, once Carr was let go and went to the Saints. That just like dog, it was clear as day. His attitude issues, his personality, being a diva wide receiver, which most of them are, 99.9% are. So it's nothing against him personally, but that's how they all are, and he came there for one reason, and that was for Derek Carr. He left, boom, it makes sense now. Okay, now I know everyone's going to probably say he's going to the Saints, he's going to the Jets. I don't think so. And like I said, clearly I have the Commanders being the landing spot here. We'll talk about other situations also. Steelers, Saints, Jets, Chiefs. All those other options are cool. But why not the Commanders? Just why not? Davante Adams has a multiple years left on his deal, but there is a written in his contract out for the summer of this upcoming summer, 2025 summer. So if you want to get rid of Davante Adams, if it doesn't pan out, this is a low risk, high reward move in my opinion because there is a 1 year deal basically. You can get him out of his contract, take a little bit of dead cap money, and the Commanders have money to spare. They have the money to spare easily. They have a bunch of cap space. They can make this move happen with no problem. So bringing in another weapon for your team that's already surging and with your young quarterback Jaden Daniels and the Cliff Kingsbury system, Terry McLaurin's playing well. Zach Ertz playing well. The running game's doing pretty solid. Adding Davante Adams, it makes all the sense in the world. Just for a 1 year situation, it works beyond that, then great. It's super awesome. But just for a 1 year situation, to me, that's why I'm counting it as it makes the most sense in the world. It truly does. To make this Commanders team top notch, make them a real threat. Can they win it all? I say no. Their defense isn't quite there yet. Maybe the season goes on. It's only week 4. As the season goes on, maybe the defense can gel more. But their DBs, I know they played well versus the Cardinals, but overall, they're not that good. So I would love to have some better DBs in the future for the Commanders squad. But right now, they're a super fun team to watch. They're a team that I mentioned before the season started in July that they will win. I did the bold prediction video that the Commanders will win the Commanders will win the NFC East, or at the very least they'll be a strong wild card team. And so far, super early, only through 4 weeks, but they're showing and proving that video to be true as of right now. We'll see where it comes, but they are whooping on teams the last couple of weeks. They are putting up big numbers in Cliff Kingsbury's system. So I think this move to me makes the most sense. Now, going to the big part of the video or the main part, why not the Chiefs? The Chiefs need a receiver badly in the worst way. Why not the Chiefs? I don't think the owner, Mark Davis, is going to have that happen. I don't think Pierce will want that to happen. I think both will alter the owner makes the final call, but I think Pierce would fight tooth and nail to make sure Adams does not go to the Chiefs to play them potentially once or twice. I'm not sure what their schedule is. I haven't looked at it, but obviously if he gets traded, after the deadline. I don't think they play the Chiefs back to back so early. So they're going to play the Chiefs at least once with Adams if he goes to the Chiefs. He's going to go for 300 yards on these guys. He is going to punish them. And I don't think they want to make Adams, excuse me, I don't think they want to make Adams super happy or their division rival Chiefs super happy. So I think Adams is a no go for the Chiefs team. I'm gonna go with Davante Hopkins or Darius Slayton, two guys in the past I've done videos on last year or even 2 years ago that they will be going to the Chiefs. I think they go with one of my past predictions and go with one of those two guys that fits the system well. I also have a video this year I did a couple weeks ago, obviously is this year, on Adam Thielen. A couple weeks ago, Adam Thielen going to the Chiefs makes sense. This was before the Rashee Rice injury. It makes even more sense now. He's on IR for a couple more weeks left, so we'll see what that happens. But the Chiefs, to me, makes sense, great fit. But I think the owner, Mark Davis, and also Antonio Pierce will not let that happen. No matter what the Chiefs offer, that won't happen, in my opinion. Now going to the Jets, going with Aaron Rodgers. I don't mind it. It makes sense. Rodgers gets his way. He got Lazard, got Hackett, all those stuff. Cool, but I just don't love Adams going to the Jets simply because of the development of Garrett Wilson. You know, Garrett Wilson is supposed to be the next up. He's supposed to be the Davante Adams of old with the Packers days to Aaron Rodgers. And I did a video just yesterday, 2 days ago, at recording this video Tuesday, October 1st. I did a video a couple days ago. You can check it out on my, I think top 7, top 8 players who are underperforming so far through the 4 weeks. And Garrett Wilson was the thumbnail. He's involved in that video. You know, he is definitely, in my opinion, not performing well. O-line has issues. Rodgers was limping last game. Even if you bring on Adams, you lose draft assets. I don't think he can get the ball to him. I don't know if Rodgers can have enough time to get the ball to him. And you're going to need to develop Garrett Wilson for the long term. You have Lazard getting a lot of catches this year as well. Brees Hall still there. Allen, the running back, still there. Conklin needs some more touches. So Mike Williams needs touches. So I don't think that happens personally. Then you have the Steelers. Makes sense. But you already have a deal wide receiver there in George Pickens. The rumor is that Adams wants to play for Tomlin. He's a coach he will play for. But obviously Tomlin and Pierce, Pierce isn't Tomlin. They give you the same vibe, aggressiveness, kind of roughness, and straight up talk as a coach. I don't know the ins and outs, obviously, but they give you the same vibe, at least from a fan perspective. Obviously, Tomlin has a way better resume as a head coach. Not even fair to compare, but Tomlin should have enough history to be like, okay, I've had enough diva wide receivers. I'm cool. He had Brown. He's also had star player in Le'Veon Bell. So he currently has George Pickens, who also has his personality issues and his personality issues also. So it's like dealing with multiple, and you don't have a star quarterback. You have a quarterback in Justin Fields who is playing fairly well, but if he's not, how it's going to look? You have him or Russ. You don't have someone who's a star quarterback. You don't have Big Ben there to try to, make things work. You have a young quarterback who's trying to find his way still, even though he's playing well on a 3-1 team. You don't want to put that pressure on Fields or on your team. You just lost another lineman in James Daniels. I just don't think Davante Adams, the name, the personality, the baggage that comes with him fits the Steelers right now. A guy like Darius Slayton, a guy like Thielen, a guy like Jalen Hart, someone of that nature makes more sense. But going the big name route, and you still got to get Pickens the ball more, I don't love the Steelers. It makes sense on paper, but in reality, it's just tough for me to really get behind that move. Then you have the last option for me, the last realistic option, the New Orleans Saints. Him going with Derek Carr yet again. It makes sense. Me being a Falcons fan, I would hate to see it, but they already have salary cap issues. They're already inconsistent. You have Olave, you have Rashid Shaheed, who has blown up this year to be a star receiver, or at least playing like a star. I don't know if you want to disrupt that and bring in Adams. It's all about the future. It's all about the current and future. And I just don't know. As I said, if Carr starts to struggle, I mean, like I said, who's going to be a number one guy? Adams to a new system, Olave, who's been there and supposed to be the guy, Rashid Shaheed, who's playing like he's the guy and who's a super threat. Alvin Kamara's still there, who needs his touches. Will Adams be happy on a decent team not getting all the work? That's the main thing. And you say that anywhere you go, really. Like I said, the Commanders the same way. You got Terry there, but he's older. He's a vet. Um, it's tough anywhere you look to really find a place for him to be. But I think winning heals all, winning cures all, at least for the moment. And the Commanders right now are spanking. They are spanking stuff. Cliff Kingsbury, the OC, is hot right now. Defense come off a great game. Jaden Daniels looking like a star. I mean, where else? They have the cap space. I think they have the grit. I think they have the cojones to do so and bring him in. It makes all sense in the world to me, man. So I don't see how it doesn't happen. But there's some good alternatives though. Like I said, the Jets, Saints, Chiefs, which is a long shot to me. Um, Ravens, doubtful. They need more of a pass rush than anything. They need more pass rushers. But I don't really see too many other teams that really make sense for Adams outside those 4 or 5 mentioned in this video. Maybe one dark horse team I'm not thinking of, but I don't see it. I don't see it, man. Lions, they're rolling right now with 2 running backs. And you have St. Brown, where you gonna get Adams in at? So for me personally, I see it as Davante Adams going to Commanders. If not Commanders, probably the Saints. Probably the Saints. They might go in for it. I'm sure Carr's fighting for it, but they have something good going on. They have. I like what they have now. I like the rotational guy and A.T. Perry. I know he's not Adams obviously, but I think he fits what they do there in New Orleans. He was one of my guys on my preseason list, guys to break out if you got a chance. And receiver A.T. Perry for the Saints hasn't gotten one yet, but I think he could and will stand out once he gets in the game and gets more burn. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I could be wrong. Could be a random team, but right now I'm loving the Commanders getting Davante Adams. But that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.